Hello, this is Arnell Tanyag with Tanyag Company. We're a business advising consulting firm. We believe in build a lifestyle, not just a business. I'm doing my video today for my talk that I do on my first Friday of the month, 11/31 at Simply Fresh. The title of the talk is How to Finish 2017 Strong and Have Momentum Going into 2018. This is a really interesting talk because what's happening is we're going into the last quarter, but we have to be very particular around going into the holiday season. So let me tell you a quick story. When I was the B&I director about 20 years ago, it was the last quarter of the year. I was doing well, meaning finishing the year strong. I was joining the holiday season. I basically took it off. I basically didn't really work. I just maintained what I have. Knowing that my last quarter of the year was great. It was interesting. And so what happens is I just kind of just basically just relaxed. And I remember this. It was a devastating, it was a good year, but I was going into the last quarter of the year, just holiday season. I just wanted to relax. I didn't have any initiatives. I didn't have anything focusing on growth. I just wanted to finish the year strong. So guess what happened? I finished the year strong, but I had no momentum going into the following year. So I had the worst start of the new year ever, because what happened was I basically let my guard go down. I basically just pushed. I didn't put the pedal. I didn't push the pedal to the metal. I basically took my foot off the gas. So that following year, going into that new year, I had no momentum. It took me 90 days to get the momentum up and running. Then I was basically behind. So I learned from that following year when I was the B&I director, I always would set up some type of initial strategy. So in November, December, and January, what I eventually did is I created some activities that kept momentum going throughout the holiday season. What I would do is I would set up visitors days, November, December, and January. I set up contests. I increased my activity in trainings. I went to networking events. I literally just set a goal to basically double going into the new year. And when I did it the following year, my income not only increased, finishing the year even stronger, I had momentum going into the following year. And the reason I'm doing this talk, because what we have to look at it is the holiday season starts after Thanksgiving, goes into January 2nd. And usually after Thanksgiving, people slow down. And what I'm seeing out, and I'm pulling this out, is Thanksgiving falls on a Thursday, which is the third Thursday of the month. And then Christmas falls on a Monday, which is interesting. When Christmas falls on a Monday, literally you're going to know Christmas Eve is on a Sunday. So that basically means is people are taking off that following Monday and going back to work on Tuesday. And then Christmas, the New Year's Day falls on the 1st, and New Year's Eve is on a Sunday. So what that basically means is, I'll give you an example. We're starting the new year off in 2018 with a short week. With a short week, that basically means people are already behind. Number one, they're behind with their holiday season ended. They have to go to work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They have to put the kids back to school. They're really going to be busy. That's going to be a busy week, not even a full week of the new year. Christmas falling on a Monday, that basically means is that people are still working on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, unless they're literally taking off. So that is a great advantage. If Christmas fell on a Wednesday or a Tuesday or a Thursday, that would make some shifts in doing business. But since it falls on a Monday, the holidays, it actually works in our favor. And the reason I'm doing this talk is because I find out if you don't have this belief in your belief in this new perspective going into the new year, and I always tell my clients the new year really is November, December, and January. You're looking at setting your goals into the first month of the new year. So, because if you don't, what's going to happen is, do you want to finish 2017 with no momentum, or do you want to finish 2017 with momentum going in 2018? So you're literally riding the wave versus starting in January and creating the wave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share 7 tips. And this is a talk I do every November. 7 tips what I usually remind or advise or consult people on, so you can finish out with 2017 strong and have momentum in 28. Number one, set your goals and objectives from November 1st to January 31st. November, December, and January 31st. Start November 1st, December 1st, January 1st, and it ends on January 31st. So you're looking at your last quarter of the year really being November, December, and January. Set your goals. And I always tell my clients, look at doubling your income in November, December, and January. Because if you can double your income going to the new year, 2018, you have a great year. Like I'm actually having a class starting on November 7th, from November 7th to December 7th to January 7th, all the way to the end of January to double your income. This is a class we do weekly. We're looking at we have at least 45% of people do double over a 3-month period. The class runs for 4 months, so it's 12-week class session, 4-month series, 4 months where we work on helping you double your income. And I always tell people is, set your goals, redo your goals and objectives starting November, December, and January. That's number one. Because most people are thinking like, oh, it's the last quarter of the year. I got October, November, December. So, no. Stop. Finish out October strong, but then rewrite it November, December, and January. If you do that and set your belief that I'm going to double my income and I'm going to grow it, the amazing thing about it is you're probably going to have great success. I've done this talk the last couple of years in November, and I've had several people come out of this talk the first of the year saying, Arnell, I doubled. I took your advice and it grew. Number two, schedule your days off. Are you taking off Thanksgiving? Are you taking off Christmas? Are you taking New Year Day? Schedule your days off now so you really know how many days you're really working. Since Christmas is falling on Monday, since New Year's Day is falling on Monday, you can really, you really need a plan. So I always tell people, schedule your days off. Schedule when you're going to have, you're going to take your vacations. Schedule when your work days. Because I think this season, 2017, the holiday season, is really in favor of the business person if you plan. Because here's the thing about the Christmas season that I always like about it. There's so many activities and events that can be a lot of people. There's Christmas parties. There's trade association parties. There's events left and right that you can meet people. And I think the reason people are going to be coming out most now is because now we have a new president. Well, it's almost been half the year, 3/4 of the year. People are, love it or hate it or not, he's the new president. So then we had several hurricanes, one in Houston, one in Florida. Then we have this kneeling down at football games. Everybody is just literally tired. They're looking for things to escape. So I really think when the holiday season hits, people are just gonna literally not be engaged. But the good thing about it for us business people who are reset their goals and objectives and really working in November, December, January, that's when you can meet a lot of people. You can be fully engaged. So while you're scheduling your holidays, when you're not working, you want to schedule your work days. That's number two. Number three, you want to have this attitude during this quarter, which is November, December, January. I'm going to be shameless, fearless, and urgent. That this is my start of my new year, this quarter. I got to be shameless. What wouldn't have done before? Shameless, fearless. I mean, I got to have no fear. And I got to be urgent. I have to know that I just don't have the money, but I'm not mentally, emotionally broke. I'm just physically broke. I need to make some money, but I'm not. I know people who are broke mentally and emotionally. They sound desperate. People who are urgent basically means that they're creating activity. Like for example, you get a referral. You may want to call them 2 or 3 days. If you're not urgent, you wait 3 or 4 days later. But you have to have that attitude, that shameless, fearless, and urgent attitude this quarter. You gotta hustle. You gotta really focus on this is the start of your new year, because people are gonna start. Everybody starts the new year all excited, but you start the new year behind because you didn't have any momentum going into the new year. If you start your new year with a shameless, fearless, and urgent attitude, November, December, January, not only you finish the year strong, you finish the year going into 2018 having momentum. Number 4, prepare to handle all the objections you're going to hear during the holiday season. I'll give you some examples. Some people, well, I don't want to meet with you until the first of the year. Well, I'm out of town, or I'm too busy. I don't want to. Let's set something toward after January, or hey, can we get together in late December? There's always going to be reasons why people do not want to meet with you during the holiday season. So what you have to really be prepared is write down the objections and be able to address it. And what I use is they call it the feel, felt, and found approach. So, for example, I meet with somebody and they go, "Well, Arnold, I would love to meet with you, but I want to wait next year." I mean, your response could be, "Well, I understand how you feel. I found out most people wait till next year because they want to enjoy the holiday season, but I also found that if you meet with people now, we can share our goals and objectives and we can figure out how to help each other. So when we go into the new year, we can do well. So what do you want to do? Wait till the new year or meet now?" So the feel, felt, and found. And I always another approach I use is, what have you done in the past? What are you currently doing now? What are you doing in the future? But you got to be handle the objections, because once people the holiday season hits, people are going to start not being engaged. They just want to get away and relax and enjoy the holiday season, which is not typical. That's not the issue. The issue is you to meet with people during this holiday season and engage them. Because here's one of the things: a lot of people don't think you can do a lot of business in the holiday season. You can do a considerable amount of business in the holiday season, but pack your pipeline for the first of the year. Because I notice every year after January 1st, everybody goes, "All right, let's get back into tune, let's get back in focus." But that's not going to really happen until the first week of January. But when that belief and mindset, I need to start working and start doing things, the people that you've met, the people who are willing to put stuff off for the first year, once they get their lives or the business back in a rhythm and flow, you're going to be already have talked to them. So, I always prepare for the holiday objections, because I always know there's I don't want to meet the first of the year. I'm too busy right now, and I always say, "Well, so you're telling me you're too busy to develop a new relationship, or you're just too busy because you just don't want to meet?" I mean, my belief is you're going to qualify their intention. I always tell people you qualify their intention, meaning find out if it's the truth or not. Qualify their intention, and then help them take action. The other thing, number 5, is you want to map out your social events you'll be attending during the holiday season, because most of the people come out for social events. So if you look at Facebook, Eventbrite, holiday parties, trade associations, map out starting November, after Thanksgiving Day, holiday, that's usually family, friends. But then you're going to be seeing a lot of Christmas party, trade parties. I mean, there's going to be office parties, New Year's party. There's going to be events throughout the month of December alone that literally there's going to be every networking event. And I think I like about it is Christmas office parties. I mean, you can meet a lot of people there. People's guard is down. You can get to talk to them. So map out your social events. I mean, decide which ones you want to attend, which ones you don't. So you're mapping out what days you're taking a vacation on, not only you're mapping out the days you're working, but map out the days you're actually going to attend events. So really, the goal and objectives, you mapped out your process. You actually have things moving in the right direction. Because in the holiday season, not only you're closing business, you're going to be setting up meeting relationships that you can open new business in the first year. Number 6 is give yourself a big why. Why do you want to do well this holiday season? And here's some common things people know. Holiday season means what? I got to buy more gifts. I got to spend more money on presents, activities, all these things, traveling, and then I come in the first year, I got all this additional debt or all additional expenses that I thought I covered or may not. So what you need to figure out is what's the big why? Do I want to generate another $10,000 because not only do I want to pay all these additional Christmas expenses, holiday expenses, but I have money in the bank. But give you a reason why you want to double. Like for me, the reason I want to double is because I want to get ahead in 2018. I have a certain number, a monetary value that I want to achieve, and I'm going to push really hard over this holiday season to achieve it. But then not only the short-term effect, it pays down all this additional debt I'm going to acquire, but it sets me up for going into 2018 with momentum and money. Because the interesting thing is that you got to give yourself a why. You can't just do it because you want to make money. My why is to basically pay down this debt, get ahead in 2018, so I can take some trips. So, I can take a vacation, because I was telling my wife, I don't want to take a vacation during this holiday season. I want to take a vacation in January, early February, because we already got momentum going into that. And number 7, you have to have some accountability in your business during this time, because it's a busy season. When I'm finding out most of the time, when it gets really busy holiday season, it's easy to get distracted. If you're already tired and you're exhausted, what you're going to find out, you're going to get distracted. So you really need some accountability. Either get a coach, a coaching program, a mastermind, a mentor, but you have to invest in your business. You have to pay somebody to hold you accountable. Don't get what I call a wink, wink. You get a friend, and your friend is not focused. I mean, you really have to have some type of accountability. Because the thing about I love the holiday season, you can make a lot of money during the holiday season, but position yourself to start off 2018. So I'm going to go over again the top 7. 1, set your goals and objectives from November 1st to the end of January 2018. And I tell people, buy into the belief, I'm going to double my income, figure out your numbers, how many people you have to talk to. That's number 1. Number 2, schedule your holidays. Are you working Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year days? And schedule the days you're working. In the business and all the business, already plan it out. So you already know, it's like you already know, like you're going to the gym. Here's your days I'm working in the business. Here's I'm working off. Here are the ones that taking a vacation. It's amazing. Like, Christmas off day, but you can get in front of a lot of people the day after. There are people who are not taking a vacation, but there are people here you're still meeting. 3, be shameless, fearless, and urgent in this quarter. Shameless, fearless, and urgent. Have that different belief, that different mindset, that different attitude. Just go get it. 4, prepare your objections. There's going to be a lot of objections why people don't want to meet with you. They don't want to sit down with you. They don't want to talk about business. But you got to be able to work them through. And a lot of times I tell people go, well, I don't want to meet this. Is it because you're taking a vacation or you don't want to meet or your business is doing it really well? I understand how you feel. I said, but I found it when you meet today and develop relationships, it starts the new year. Would you like to do that or not? But it also allows you to know where people's heads at or they're qualified. Number 5, map out your social events. What events, like, are there any chamber events? Map it out in your calendar. What events are you attending personally and professionally? Map it out so that you can get into a rhythm and flow. Don't wing it because it's going to be busy anyway, but you're going to be able to be strategic about what events I choose, what events I don't. Number 6, give yourself another big why. Why do I want to double? Why do I want to really put myself through this process to really focus and grow in my business over the holiday season? Why can't I relax? And what is it? It can't just because I want to make more money. What would I do with that money? Is it buy a car, pay my bills, or take a trip? What could I do if I really just focus and change my perspective and growing my business over the holiday season? That's the reason I'm doing the Double Your Income workshop, is help people along that the last quarter of the year going into January is the best quarter ever. And number 7 is have some type of accountability. You got to have some accountability. Pay for somebody to help you hold you accountable for your business, because not only the holiday season is the best time of the year, but it's also the most busiest time of year, most destructive time of year, and you're going to find a lot of people just want to get off. They want to be disengaged. They just want to basically escape. But you really don't want to be those people. You want those people who are setting goals and objectives, meeting. So you have to have some paid accountability. Don't try to do this on your own, because it's very, very difficult to focus when everybody else is relaxed or escaping. You really have to have somebody holding you and your business accountable. So this is how you finish 2017 strong and momentum going in 2018. And the reason we do this is because if you get this talk early and you plan the things that are laid out in the 7 tips or steps on how to build momentum, you're going to do well ending the 2017 strong, but going into 2018 already have momentum, so that your 2018 will be your best year ever, because you literally didn't start from January 1st, you started November 1st. So going into January 2018, you already have momentum going, you're closing some deals, you're already ahead of the ball game, and you're going to do really well. Again, this is Arnell Tanyag with Tanyag Company. We're a business advising consulting firm. If you have any questions about doubling your income and growing your business, or how do I apply this over the next last quarter of the year and going into 2018, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My cell phone is 757-754-6918, 757-754-6918. Thanks again. All right, bye.